Welcome to the Arose TV show, and we're here with my very own broker, Mrs. Erma Adams, here at the Century 21 Real Estate Office on Metro Drive. Miss Erma, good morning.
Good morning.
And don't you look beautiful today?
Oh, gee. Thank you.
Well, Miss Erma, I know that you're a Christian woman, and I was just wondering, how did you start this magnificent business in real estate? I know you have a lot to say, and I know that you're not a woman who has a loss for words, but could you just tell us a little bit of how you got started?
Well, it is difficult to tell you all of it. There's no way to tell you all of it. I can write books and still wouldn't be told you all of it. And before, a few years ago, I did not talk about myself at all. I had a wonderful spiritual counselor. Her name was Miss Carolyn. She's local.
Really?
And she told me one day, she said, Miss Erma, I had shared with her that when I would share with other people a little something about myself, that they felt I was bragging.
Okay.
And she looked at me directly and she said, Miss Erma, you're never bragging when you give the glory to the Lord.
Exactly.
And honey, that was in my brain and my heart and my soul for a long time. It didn't happen just overnight that I could. But all of a sudden, one day I did, and I felt good because I gave the praise
To the Lord.
How I got here, oh dear Jesus, dear Jesus. My husband was pastor. He's an ordained minister. He's was pastor of the First United Methodist Church in Bossier City.
So you're a pastor's wife?
Oh, yes.
See, I never knew that.
Ordained minister. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Years and years and years and years and years, I was following him around, doing everything that they said the preacher's wife was supposed to do to a degree. Well, I'd almost get him in trouble sometime. But anyway, the bishop called James. And the verdict was he wanted us to move to Alexandria for my husband to start a state office here in this town. Well, Bishop, we don't have a house to live in. We don't have a bed to sleep on. So what?
He just wanted you to come anyway.
Take care of it yourself. So it was left to us, So I believe that the Lord opens doors for us, but I don't think that He holds them open forever. Right. I think He's too busy to stand there and hold them open forever. When a door opens, we have to move. And through my life, many things I can see. As you look back, you can look back and see. I was driving the very next morning, which was, by the way, 25 years ago this week. All this happened.
Really? And you remember all of that?
25 years
Just like
ago.
it was yesterday.
Oh yeah, before then, absolutely. All the way through Louisiana, Tennessee, and Mississippi. PhD, I put hubby through Vanderbilt. He went all the way through Vanderbilt. So anyway, I heard on the radio it said, real estate classes starting in the South Mall tonight. And I don't know what happened. It seemed like there was a blank spot there. But the next thing I knew, I was standing at the desk inside the office at the mall signing up for the classes.
For the class.
Okay. So I took the classes. They were at night and then 10 hours on Sunday. And I burnt the late night oil cramming to learn. I was determined to learn. My husband couldn't help me very much with any of the material because he's too intelligent. He didn't know the simplicity of where I was in the scripture, and so I wasn't just here. I was down here. He was up here.
There.
So I would get up at night while he was asleep. I was determined to learn, and I was going to pass a test. We moved in here in Pineville on a Tuesday. Saturday, I was parked in a chair out at LSUA taking my state examination.
For the real estate license.
I was extremely nervous, and they won't let you move hardly. And I was so nervous, I told the attendant, I said, I just got to get a Coke. Can I get a Coke? And I think she knew I was nervous over it. What was at stake? So I went and got me a Coke, and as I was getting that Coke out, I had an experience that was a calming experience. It was like, I thought, like you plug something in, like I plugged me into an electrical spiritual plug. And all of a sudden I calmed down, and I said to myself, so what? I'm going to give it all I got. I went back in, I did pass the test, I got my license. And I came over here, and I was determined. I went to work, got me a place, no desk. I didn't have a desk, and didn't have a phone. I borrowed other people's phone, and for 3 months. After 3 months, I got a phone and a desk. And I just went to work, and I'd stand before my mirror every morning before I went to work. I'd stand before the mirror, and I'd say, I am a great agent. I am a great agent.
So you would do some self-talk.
This is doing this for
It's
me
a
for
style.
self-confidence.